I finished the USB power inside the dash. Joe is currently extending the ignition system. One of the wires was too short, so he's got that.
I mean, that would work if it was just cutting off.
What color are the wires? An explosion. Just like that.
If you put that in the video.
Let's go it in. All right, a little update, guys. I finished the USB power inside the dash right there, the two 12-volt to USB adapters. Tested, they both work. We also tested this new USB charger. It is reading 12.3 volts, so that is perfect, and that worked. Also hooked the tablet up temporarily to the amplifier, and the rear speakers work fine. The gain was literally turned all the way down low, and they were super loud. This is plenty of power for these 4 speakers. So all we have to do right here and right now is button up everything and get the dash put on, and we're gonna do that next, so hang out.
I think that looks good. What do you think? I think it's...
Yep.
All right, start with this one. Going to the bottom one. All right, let's go to this one.
Things look good. Except for that Amazon logo showing. You branded into the dash forever.
Man, can't even see that.
That's what she said.
Come on, man.
Hey, dog. That made me feel
What'd you do?
Boom.
Oh shit, they're upside down.
Got it.
Perfect. The sound's gonna come out upside down. All right, Joe is currently extending the ignition system. One of the wires was too short, so he's got that ignition system extension stuff going on right now. I'll let you guys watch that.
All right. All right, now what we got to figure out is the lights, right?
That's going to be the tough one.
So I think that this black and red right here are the lights.
Either that or we're going to have an explosion, explosion, explosion.
Oh!
Just like that.
What do you think it is?
I don't know, but who knows what fuse you just blew.
Well, I don't think it did because I heard the ignition kick on. So this is 12 volt. That's fine. Oh, if you put that in the video.
Let's go it in. Got him. I told you it was gonna explode.
Well, what, no, you said it right when I did it.
Got him.
Okay, so we're gonna leave that one alone.
Yeah, dog, it's right here on the back of this, dude.
I mean, I've literally tested.
Okay, is brown, gray, purple, or blue anywhere disconnected? No.
No.
What about gray? Gray's disconnected somewhere? Gray looks like it's part of your headlights.
I've already tested to see whether or not we
Those
lose.
two together don't turn your headlights on.
They don't.
Even when this is on.
Correct.
Okay, it is the next day, and we spent a lot of time yesterday trying to figure out the lighting situation, and I think we have it figured out that if we connect something here, it makes the lights go on from the actual light switch that goes on the dash. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on that. I'm gonna get a wire run from here up to the switch on the dash, and that should make the lights work. So let's get busy on this. Okay, I think we said if we touch this guy to this blue, the lights come on. They do. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this spade connector off here. I'm gonna barrel onto that, and then I'm gonna run a wire all the way up this harness. And I have blue wire, so. Okay. We're cutting this guy. All right, just a little update here. I finished the lighting wiring. I went ahead and ran a jumper up to where we figured out we had to connect the lights, and I used the solder connectors on it. Came out really good, really solid connection right there. Now I'm going to just cover up the extra wire we have right there with a wiring nut. Actually changed my mind. I'm gonna use heat shrink just to cover the end of this wire up. I already got my heat shrink. I mean my heat gun right here. Just cut that off. That part's done. And this part of the harness just runs over this behind the dash. And I think Joe was gonna do something to cover that hole up there to keep the water out. We're also waiting on a charger cable. Yeah, we can't button the dash up without charger cable for the iPad and the iPad as well. where I can, throwing away everything I can here. Okay, so I've got the dash here in front of me. And as you guys can see, this little pocket kind of twists and goes in there. And my plan is to mount this guy right there with double-sided tape. We went right through there, right in the bottom there, and then we have our CAN cable. This is our communications cable for the display. We have stripped back the wire on one side so that it can bend better because the exit is straight out of the bottom. That's what I did, but I feel like some glue there and some glue there will help it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and connect the display so we can test it and see if it still works after we fiddled with the wiring. Let's hope it comes on. There's a power button. It came on and it works perfectly. It looks so good. It really just needs like a little bit of silicone sealer around the top. I got no silicone sealer, dude. Okay, I just went ahead and fixed the port that was literally falling out of the box. I just put a couple screws in it and then we'll just come around here with some silicone sealer. And then Joe is going to rewrap the box with carpet. The box is literally falling apart right now, so it's getting stuff everywhere. But yeah, so that part is done. All right, I'm gonna work on cleaning up the wiring under the dash. All right, it is a new day and I am out here in the garage and the lights are off because it gets really hot in here. Wanted to show you guys something real quick. So under the card here, I have one more wire to run and it is the communications cable to the display. If you see those small holes right there, we already got our cables going through one hole and it's not big enough anyway. I'm going to try to make that hole bigger in the center there, right next to the cables. I'm gonna try to drill that out right now and see if I can get it, the CAN cable, to go through there. So I might have to use my step bit. We will see if I can even do that, but that is my mission right now, is to go ahead and drill that guy out if I can. So I'm gonna get busy on that. Gotta do it from that side. There ain't no way I'm gonna get it from this side. Oh, let's go. Let's go. I got it, dude. Got it. All right, now that I have a place for the display cable to go that connects to the battery, I am gonna go ahead and try to put the ignition key on the new dash. Now the key is laying inside there. I don't know if it will reach. So the first thing I wanna do is get it off of this cart and mount it onto the new dash. So let's get this dash back onto the table right here. This is the old dash. We don't need that anymore where we're going. So all we have to do right here, right now, is push this into the new dash. We want the key right there, so that means we have to tighten the nut. Okay, I got the key facing straight up now, and it turns to the right to turn it on. That's where I want it. So now we have to figure out a way to tighten up the nut on the front of the dash. So I think that I can use some wire snips for that. All right, it is really tight now. I never got mine tight. And then this is the bezel. I don't know if it will work with this system. It did not work on mine. That's as good as it's getting. It's not bad. Actually came out good. I got to see if the ignition will actually reach. I don't have the charging cable. I can't do that part. He didn't bring any of the parts over. Kind of hosed. Can't run the charging cable. All I can do is get the dash mocked up in here now. Missing the charging cable and I'm missing the base knob. I can't really finish the dash completely. If you're facing the front, this is left. So I've got the right speaker wire for the right job. Now we have to run this somewhere. There we go. Got the wires nice and tied up back there so they can't just flop around. We have all this other stuff to deal with now. That's all for Bluetooth. I don't think this cap is going to go on. And the speaker wire. Now here's the other speaker wire. This goes up to the steering wheel. This goes behind the dash. And this goes to the ignition right there. That's gonna suck. I love wire management. This is my happy place. Okay, I'm gonna work on the Bluetooth adapter mounting now. Now this Bluetooth adapter is going to be mounted somewhere where we can actually get to it so that if something happens, you can pair it again. Now the dash is gonna face like this on an angle. So we're gonna put it up under here, right underneath here, and drill a hole for the RCA cables to go through and the power wire. We have to run pretty much 3 wires through the hole to interface to the back right here of the EZGO or whatever brand it is, Bluetooth adapter. So I'm thinking like this with a hole right here. Hopefully, if everything will bend,